Good morning, folks. This is Mr. Dan coming to you from the Landscape Design Classroom, and today I'm going to talk to you about garden mulching. So, what is mulch? How can I make mulch work for me? Mulch is one of the most amazing materials that we have here in the landscape industry. It definitely helps out with growing a variety of plants, holding moisture, and various other things. So, our function of mulch, a material covering soil surface around and under plants to protect and improve the area. So some benefits here, controls weeds, regulates soil temperature, retains soil moisture, reduces soil erosion, keeps fruit off bare soil, and protects perennial plants in winter, and improves appearance of any planting site. So two categories of mulch here. We have organic plant materials and synthetic, which is inorganic or manufactured. So let's look at some organic mulches. So we have straw, hay, leaves, compost, peat, sawdust, grass clippings. We also have ground corn cobs, wood chips, shavings. There's a lot of different materials that we have here that can be considered organic for mulch. So whenever you apply this, they're placed around annual plantings of vegetables and flowers once soil is warm. And it also helps retain that temperature along with retaining the moisture. So it keeps the summer soil cooler in the daytime and warmer at night. It keeps the winter soil warmer than uncovered soil. So when you're working with organic mulches add soil nutrients. They use extra nitrogen, so plants may need nitrogen side dressing, and avoid herbicide-treated grass clippings. So apply about 3 inches deep over the soil and around young plants. Let's keep that moisture in there. Start small with 1 inch and add as the plant grows. Protect against wind and water erosion, prevents weed growth, and prevents soil crusting. So, and then we also allow rain infiltration rather than runoff. So when you have a nice layer of mulch, it's going to soak up in that moisture instead of running off like it would on bare soil. So using them effectively, a use for lawn clippings, less weed control required, more water available for plants, and added soil nutrients after decomposition. Some disadvantages here, there's definitely increased slug problems during damp weather and controlled by removing mulch. And if you do have a slug problem, the issue here is they will eat the leaves off of your plants, eventually causing death and definitely damage in the meantime. So some synthetic mulches, these are spun or woven polypropylenes, heavy-duty aluminum foil, tar paper, carpet pieces, clear black plastic. Personally, I'm not really a big fan of synthetic mulches. So some notes here, washed gravel or landscape stones may be used along with synthetic mulches. So some people will also try to say, I'm not a big fan of, unless you're doing like landscaping beds. If you're doing landscaping beds, clear and black plastic's fantastic, but I'm not really a big fan of it for, if you're doing this for like vegetable gardens or any certain types of different crops like corn and whatnot. So when you're working with these, you want varying amounts of water penetration applied at planting time or up to 2 weeks before planting. Little change to soil moisture and fertility once applied. So used as a weed barrier in annual and perennial plantings. Now this is like the perfect scenario right here for using a black plastic, because you're letting enough area there for your plants to grow and prosper, but you're also kind of doing your weed, you're definitely doing your weed prevention here. Keeps soil temperature much warmer than organic mulches or bare soil, and provides a longer growing season. So just comparing some synthetic mulches to bare soil, if you use a clear plastic, it's going to be about 9 degrees higher. Black plastic, 5 degrees higher. Carpet and woven polypropylene, it's about 2 degrees higher. So be very careful though using clear plastics, because you can still get weed growth underneath that, and eventually weeds will find a way to get up out of the holes there. So some disadvantages here. Disadvantages of organic mulches are somewhat expensive, not biodegradable. or disadvantages to organic mulches, I apologize, must be removed from annual beds at the end of each growing season. If you don't remove them, then there's not going to be any soil nutrients being added during their time off. So always remember to keep rotating your crops as well. But like I was saying before, whenever it comes to something like a clear black plastic, I would typically only use that for landscaping beds where you're going to have minimal plants coming out, and you want to make sure you're not getting a lot of weeds coming up. But for, if you're regular vegetable garden, just stick with the natural stuff. Plus, it's better for the plants anyway. So that is the end of my presentation. If you have any questions at all, give me a call down here in the landscape design classroom. But I appreciate your time, folks, and have a great day.